What's good, y'all? Today I'm back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about just my tier list on every single perk there is in the game of Attack on Titan Revolution. I haven't uploaded in a little bit, truth be told, because I was getting serum in this fucking game, and man, I can just tell you, bro. You can look on the leaderboard. My name, Mental Frost 21. I'm like top 5. That shit took me like days, bro. I'm gonna just be making content on this game. Type Soul been dry, y'all know it. We all know it. Let's get over it. But before we get into that, I'd just like to say that only like 2% of you guys are subscribed, bruh. So do me a favor, go down, subscribe, and it's free. And I appreciate it a lot. My giveaway for Type Soul is about to end in a few days for 2K. And if we reach 2 to 3K, maybe I'll give away some gems or something like that in this game as well. So yeah, if you want to get into those giveaways, go down to the description and join the Discord. And also, I'm just gonna cover this. There is a hell of a lot of perks, and like even this is reduced. And so if you really want to know like pretty much every perk there is in the game, you can go to the Trello. I'll leave a link it down in the description for it. And there's a bunch of them, but I took basically one out of each category of perk because some perks upgrade by tier and change name. For example, Carnifex and Butcher is just, instead of being able to hit 2 times at once with 1 blade swing, it's 4. So those type of things you should be able to find out yourself, downgrade it by 1, make your own assessment. But let's start off with Peerless Commander. Peerless Commander, from what I know, just makes your flare, your acoustic flare drop, makes Titans drop any players when you fire an acoustic flare, and then your support skills heal by an additional 2 to 5% per player. This can be decent if you're a full support player, but given that these people are almost extinct, I'm gonna have to put this at B tier. It can be useful, maybe, like right now it's not really useful, but maybe in raids we'll see a lot of like Peerless Commander support builds shining. I don't know personally, but I do wish we get to see some more support gameplay and actually raids where we need support. Coming right after that, I honestly think Sixth Sense is not going to be that useful. Sixth Sense, it can be good, but at the same time, why would you really want it unless you're like ass at the game in Giant Force and can't find Titans, which I don't really think you would have an issue with that. Sixth Sense is really just map wide. What is it? ESP for Titans, which can actually lag your game out if you're laggy. So I wouldn't really use this if your computer is like lower grade or just isn't up to par. Now onto Courage Catalyst. Bro, Courage Catalyst is kind of it's high. It reduces the skill cooldown of your allies by 1 second per kill, I believe. I'll make sure of that really quick. Courage Catalyst. Yeah, and increase their ODM control by a few seconds, which isn't really that good. Independable control can really fuck up a player. So in my opinion, this goes right next to it. It can be high in my opinion. You can have like a full team just swift strike and everything, but at the same time, not really, because you still need Courage Catalyst, and that's a support thing. And I don't know, man. It's just simply not that good. Exhumation, I feel like it's top B tier, low A, and it depends really what your clan you are, but at the same time, I don't think you're going to need much gas in this day and age. Maybe raids will have different, maybe waves mode will have different, but right now, Exhumation is useless, especially if you're Jaeger. Never take Exhumation. If you're Jaeger, in my opinion, that shit is just extra ass. Extra Band-Aid, I feel like is just D tier. It doesn't really give anything like extraordinary. It's just an extra bandage. Gearmaster, I'd say it's pretty much the first S tier. You really want to use Gearmaster, there's nothing bad about it. Speed just gives you more damage, and for a support perk, Gearmaster is probably the best one there is. I'm gonna be real with y'all. This is probably the best one there is. So yeah, this is all the support ones. Gearmaster on top, obviously, and Gear Expert would be like A tier. So if you're like Reese Clan, you can stack both of those and go with it. But as I said, scale them down. Find your own solutions. Now, Aegis, in my opinion, like it gives like hella low injury chance, but at the same time, you don't need it because it's just a worse version of Peerless Constitution in a way that, like, yes, this gives less injury chance, but it also gives damage reduction. Same with Robust. Aegis is just B tier in my opinion. It's not like Robust where it's like high A tier. Like this is like high B tier, this is high A tier because injury chance simply is not that good. I'd actually say that mm, Exclamation I would still say is better than Aegis, I guess, and Robust is still pretty good, but compared to like Font of Vitality, S tier, no doubt about it, bro. You more than double your fucking HP with this. Base you double, and on top of that, you literally just put 125 at max. It is pretty good. Now Invincible. If you're Jaeger, I would say this is A tier, but at the same time, injuries from my perspective aren't really all that needed unless you're like Ackerman or something. Even then, if you're Ackerman, you still want Peerless Constitution. Peerless Constitution is simply pretty fucking good. Like Peerless Constitution, I'd say is like S tier, like right along with Gearmaster and Font of Vitality. Like there's not really any way you can justify putting one above the other. It's just really good in their own terms. And if you stack both these as Jaeger, you're pretty much never dying. Now, Flawed Release and Reckless Abandon are pretty much a reverse of each other, I believe. I'll go check really quickly. I believe it's an offensive. Reckless Abandon and Flawed Release. Yeah, it's pretty much just crit chance and crit damage in exchange for the vice versa. These, honestly, C tier. You really do not want to use these. Exchanging one for the other, in my opinion, just isn't good, and especially since these are epics. These are excluded from the rule I made before, where duplicates will not be included, because they're not technically duplicates, they are uniques to their own right. Carnifex is an offensive one, and I can't justify putting it anywhere but fucking D tier. I don't know why it would ever use Carnifex, whatever demonic shit you're up to. But yeah, just don't use it. It's not good. Don't waste your time. And I believe Peerless Focus was the one where it gave you, yeah, with blade damage. Honestly, I don't know. It's just with blade skills. This might not be up to date because in the game I believe it says it's just crit chance and damage. So I'll go off of what the game says. But if it's with just blade skills, it's like B tier. But if it's what it actually says, it's S tier, like high S tier. Cause bro, this actually is pretty fucking nasty. If you go off everything, it gives you both crit chance and crit damage. Given they're both lower than Eviscerate or Sanctified, but they're still very good. Now Sanctified and Eviscerate go slightly below their respective elders, or I guess Peerless Focus. But at the same time, they are a higher version of this, so you could use both. But at the same time, I wouldn't really use two of these instead of Peerless Focus and just Unparalleled Strength. And that's the next one we're putting on. Unparalleled Strength is just right below Peerless Focus or contending with it. All of these kind of get mixed around, by the way. So S tier is kind of like the same category of tier, but these might get mixed around. You just go off of what I'm saying. Form your own opinion. None of the ST are really better than each other. They're kind of unique in a way. So you need to make your own builds depending on your clan and whatnot. Enhanced Metabolism, it's just C tier. It's nothing great. It's nothing too bad. Like you can use it. It's like just pretty much a better extra bandage. But I guess you wouldn't be able to heal limb injuries. But at the same time, injuries are not that big of a deal. Critical Hunter is just, I believe, control and durability. Or it's either that or a crit chance and durability. And I feel like that's just like a decent low B. It's not really that great, but like if you have it, you might equip it and just roll with it until you get something better. And now we're on to the core perks. Let's start off with Tyrant Stare, shall we? Because that's the first one. This actually, I haven't actually seen this in game because I haven't gotten it myself. So I'll go over it with y'all. 25 to 40% of your critical hit chances converted into damage. 15 to 25 of your critical damage is converted into damage. And crit chances capped at 10%. Now this, I feel like, can be very situationally good. It can get up to S tier, but in my opinion, if you're making a crit build, I don't know. If you're making a crit build, this wouldn't really be that good. I'm going to put it in A tier. I have no personal experience with it. I tried to talk to a friend, but he wasn't online, so I had to just make this video. Flame and Wind Rhapsody. This one where I might get controversial, because these are very situational, and I feel like just aren't that fucking great in general. It's not that good. I'll be honest. It's just capping. It's like kind of like like a more intense version of flawed release and reckless abandon, because it's just more crit chance for less crit damage, or more crit damage for less crit chance. But this is just even fucking worse because it caps it like 10% or something, or reduces it by 90%, which is horrible in my opinion. Unless you're trying to get like Flame Raspity and just one shot every mob every 10% of the time. I don't know. I just won't go for it. It's a gamble. You can do whatever you want, but I wouldn't go for it, me personally. I would just pick something like Perfect Form or Perfect Soul. What Perfect Form does, it just is actually pretty good. As long as your speed is above 70 to 50%, you just get 5 to 10% more damage. Hey. It's actually not that. This is not. Yeah, I fucked it up. This is actually permanent. But this, you deal your maximum damage when your current speed is above 70 to 50%. That means that you only need to get up to this much to deal your maximum damage, so you don't have to like super boost into the Titan to do your max damage. I would say this is S tier, somewhere in the middle. It's pretty fucking good. I would say it's like around Gear Master's level. Definitely better than Eviscerate in my opinion. Indefatigable is very situational. It is pretty much the best perk if you are a Titan Shifter. If not, it quickly jumps to D. Like, this is a must as a Titan Shifter, like at like top of S, like over anything else. But at the same time, it's also D tier, so you can like go whichever you want with it. I'm gonna put it in the middle of S tier. If you didn't hear it and just went along with what I said, or at the just jump to the end, hey, you didn't get to hear this. So, and now we're on to the last one, that being Perfect Soul. Honestly, just a very fucking solid, actually, a very fucking solid one. It's a core perk, but at the same time, 10% more ODM stats. Who doesn't want that, right? Let's be real here. Let's be real with ourselves and just go through with it. And for anyone who jumped to the end and is trying to see the whole tier list, I'm just going to scroll down for you so you can see. Just really quick. If you have any complaints with this, you are free to go down in my description and just talk to me about it. I've discussed this with all of you guys, and as I said, this would be ridiculously large if I just included everything. So I just decided to include the most like advanced versions of things. For example, like I guess unparalleled strength. As a lower version of an epic, I guess that would be A tier. Like things like that. You need to take that into consideration yourself and go off of it yourself. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you all for watching. Join my Discord, subscribe, and like, and I will see you guys next time. I'll be coming out with a lot more content on this game, personally. I'm tired of Type Soul. I hope y'all will enjoy. I did make a poll, and a majority of you guys did say that you did want me to do more content like this. So, hey, we'll see how this goes. And, yeah, thank you for watching. Let me know what you thought, and yeah.